This week on Scam School, you'll learn to see with your feelings and feel with your ceilings. It didn't work. This episode of Scam School brought to you by Domain.com. Welcome to the show that was abandoned as a baby at the circus, but raised by ex-convict wolves. That's right, it's Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. Hello, beautiful people, it's Brian Brushwood, and we are back with Nate Staniforth, where we're gonna learn how to feel with your fingers. Finger feels. All right, gentlemen, shall we begin with the toes?
Hell yes.
Boo, 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 boo. All right, this is gonna be a lot of fun. First of all, we are with two of the most talented people I know in their field. We got Nate Staniforth from Discovery's Breaking Magic, and we have Mike TV, one of the most amazing singer-songwriters I've ever met of Get, Set, Go. Is that fair enough to say?
That is too much hyperbole, man. Like,
you know what? He literally created the earth with his mind.
But that's easy. That's
fair
easy.
Enough. All right,
Write a song.
You think you're great for creating the world with your music. Get ready to have your mind blown by Nate's trick.
Do you have any quarters?
I have a Costco card.
Good enough.
That doesn't help us at all.
I do have quarters. I do have quarters.
Get out one and don't look at it.
Okay.
Hold it in your hand.
Ever?
Right? Yep. Close your eyes for a second.
Okay.
Your job is to, with your fingers, see if you can figure out which side is heads and which side is tails.
So you can manipulate.
So you can feel it, right?
Yeah.
With your fingertips. I want you to feel the quarter, and I want you to put it down with the head side up.
This is when he like regrets his calluses.
All right, yeah, this definitely feels like the eagle. And this, all right, so I'm putting what side down?
Head side up.
Head sides up. All right, great.
Check it out. Okay, so you got it, right?
Yeah,
But tell me how hard that was. Did you have to think about it?
Whoa. Did you just like give him a challenge and you got like, great, you got it. How easy was that? Screw you, I'm Nate Staniforth.
I mean, fair.
just think like 9 beers in.
The point is you had to, it wasn't obvious. Like you had to work for it a little bit. Right?
And I definitely was feeling for like the little striations of the eagle.
This is funny because you got a state quarter.
There's not even an eagle thing, yeah.
What state is that?
Alabama.
But the point is like on the head side.
I was definitely feeling for something that was with striations, and the other one was, I knew it was a lumpy,
lumpy potato, right.
Yeah.
Because you knew that the flat side would be the head, obviously, right? So I want to try it. So I'm going to look away, I'm going to close my eyes. I want you to, do you have another quarter?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
So get out a quarter. I'm gonna close my eyes.
And you're just gonna do this by touch, aren't you?
Yeah, just put it.
You know what? You know what?
You're already mad. It hasn't even happened yet.
Because he's in the league of Satan, and Satan is channeling down to him.
Put it in his hand.
Yeah, just put it on my hand. My eyes have been closed for an uncomfortably long time here. Okay, now I don't want you to think that I could possibly like somehow see through my eyelids or something. So I'm gonna hold it behind my head, right? You agree that if I hold it up here, there's no way I can see it?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that the side by my thumb is the head side. This feels like a state quarter, is that right?
I think, yeah, I'm fairly certain it is.
It sort of feels like the one with the buffalo head on it. Is that Montana? I'm going with Montana. Hang on.
You're Daredevil. You're Daredevil. That's all it is. You're Daredevil. You have heightened senses. You are blind. You are blind and have heightened senses.
2007 is the date on the quarter.
Is that Montana? Freaking like Buffalo Skull? Big Sky Country?
This is your quarter.
Right there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I thought you were in League of Satan. Now I realize you're just Daredevil. Like the thing is like you've got the sonar hearing.
Yeah, you hear that? You're just Daredevil. Well, you know what? You're just gonna learn how this one's done if you just toast me.
There is no way.
There is no way. It's a Daredevil.
There is no way.
I can remember when I was a young man, my grandmother and I would buy .coms and .nets entirely without ever opening our mouths. She called it registering. For a long time, I thought it was just the two of us who had the registrar to us. Just like you probably thought you was the only one. But with promo code SCAMSCHOOL, Domain.com is so fast, easy, and reliable, most people don't know it or don't believe it.
All right, Mike. I know you're a smart guy. Where's your head at on this effect? What do you think is going on?
So what I'm thinking is that like...
And don't tell me Daredevil, because I'm not buying that a second time.
I know. To be totally honest, what I think is what's happening was all the time I spent rubbing myself, he spent rubbing quarters just to like be able to like, just to like, so that's like.
So you say, you think he actually has that sensitivity, that ability.
He spends every hour of his waking moment of his day
so
just rubbing these quarters.
Just hoping that someday I would get invited on Scam school to do this.
He spent a year in a monastery doing nothing but rubbing quarters.
The monastery bit's true, man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you where I'm coming from with this.
Sure.
I was reading this really, it's a magic book from the 60s, 1964, by a guy named Bill Severn. And he published this effect that uses a coin and you pretend to use your fingertips to find the date. I thought, well, you can turn this into a much larger routine.
Yeah.
So the only thing that you need to do this is, I guess there's two things. The first is you need to tuck in your shirt. So I'm sitting here.
Tuck in my shirt.
Yep, tuck in your shirt. Just the back.
Just
the back. Yep. And you also need a quarter that you're just holding in your hand.
Are you kidding me? And so, because I'm not paying attention.
No.
You are an evil bastard.
Hang on just a second. You notice this isn't complicated. You notice for the whole thing I was holding my beer.
Yeah.
Because if I was just holding it in my hand, maybe you'd wonder why I was holding my hand closed the whole time.
Yeah.
You're just holding your beer. Or whatever, you can be holding your cell phone, it doesn't matter.
I assume you have the quarter in your hands, and then you just have like just this, and then the whole time you're doing this.
It's this, right? It's not even a move, right?
What's up, bro? We're Paulman. We're the Paulman brothers. We Paul.
I love your music, Paulman Brothers.
You notice from the beginning I made the whole thing about you. It was your quarter. I asked you to figure out whether it was heads up or tails up, because I don't want you to even consider that maybe I'm hiding something in my hand. The reason that I had you genuinely try to figure out whether it was heads or tails first is because people are stupid, and some people might actually think that it's possible to do what I'm suggesting that you do. By having them try it and establishing that it is sort of hard to figure out whether it's heads or tails, it sets a level of expectation that you will then blow out of the water with this thing that you're about to do. So the only move that you'll need to think about is when you switch their quarter for your quarter. So the setup right now, I've got my quarter hidden here. I need to mention, by the way, you've memorized the date and the state that it's from, right? Otherwise, this whole thing will not go well.
You don't want to use your own quarter and be like, I think it's an eagle? I don't know.
Right. Do you have another quarter just so I can do this?
I do. I think I do.
By the way, I'm going to keep palming. This is a great, if you've ever wanted to know how to palm a coin, it's apparently to drink.
Just hold something.
Yeah.
Right. So you put a coin on my hand. Very quickly, I'm going to pick it up and take it out of your field of view because I don't want to give you the chance to notice anything about it.
Okay, sure.
What state it's from, whether or not it is a state quarter.
Here's what I love about this, is the whole reason that you give is you're like, well, put it out, don't let me see it. So he brings it out in a fist, and the side effect, the stated reason is so you can't see it, but the side effect.
And you also start with me close my eyes and try to feel it. Exactly. So I'm not really, I'm paying attention to the feeling of it and not really paying attention to the actual quarter itself. So like when I drop it in, I'm like, all right, then let's see what you can do.
Exactly. By the time that you think I've started, the thing's already over. All the work, there's no way to be caught because all the work's already done, right? So you put a quarter on my hand. Immediately, I say, I don't want you to think that I'm peeking through my eyelids or something. Because when people go back and think about this, the only explanation is that maybe while it was in front of me, I saw it, right? So I address that and very quickly cancel it out. And the only move is to drop it down your shirt. So I'm taking it here and I'm just putting it down my shirt. And then that coin
is here. All right, so if I'm following correctly, you're palming one in your beer hand.
Right.
The other one's held out like this. They set it down, and then you reach in. Now you at this point are now holding two quarters.
Right.
You have one here and one here.
Right.
And but in an effort, and this is what's great, is because the one thing I think is like, oh, he's gonna know I'm palming a coin. So the first thing I want to do is get this out of his sight.
Exactly.
So it's like I pick this up here, and there's the perfect excuse of like, I don't want you to think I'm seeing where this is going.
Right.
I'm waiting this behind my head.
So the narrative of it is, I don't want you to think I'm cheating. I'm going to take it out of my sight. When technically what you're doing is covering yourself at every moment because you're either holding something or
picking
it up and you're back here.
Right.
And then I assume when it's back here, you just drop it down your shirt, which I just did. God, that's an easy move.
It's very easy. But you notice I dropped it and then I raised it into view. Because I don't want it to stay out of your sight because I don't want you to think.
Feel like I'm doing something back here.
So I drop it and then I raise it up so you can see
awesome.
it.
That is astonishingly powerful and unbelievably simple. The only question is it so easy that a musician could do it?
Probably not. I know musicians.
All right, here,
There's not a lot they can
quarter.
do.
We're going to put you to the test, sir. Oh, hello, Mike. I understand you got splashed with radiation and were blinded, so now you can feel text with your fingers.
Yeah, I am. You know, it's crazy. I'm now Daredevil. I shouldn't look you in the eyes when I'm not. Although I can sense I can sense your eyes with my supersonic
hearing. Apologizing for
I
looking
can sense your eyes with my magical hearing.
This is going very well. Yeah.
You know, because I'm a musician, and so I've got really like spectacular dexterity and like tactile awesomeness in my fingers.
Ladies.
So I thought we'd just try it out. You know, I thought we'd see, like, I thought we'd challenge the magicians against the musicians and see what happens. So I need a $100 bill.
I'm so glad we had this guy.
If a $100 bill doesn't work, then I'll take a quarter.
It's a great opening. I have a quarter.
Awesome. All right, great. Think about, you know, those nights when you're by yourself, you're on the road. All right, just rub the quarter and tell me if you can determine whether it's heads, whether it's tails.
This is the heads. I got the heads.
Are you really that quickly?
Yeah, no, I got head.
Magicians are so much faster than musicians. Ladies.
So you're saying musicians have staying power. I got you. All right. Should I set it down?
Yeah, put it down.
Is that heads right there?
Excellent job. I mean, I expected nothing less from a magician. So I'm going to try to do the same thing. I'm going to try to get a little more accurate in terms of my interpretation of your quarter. Get a new quarter on you?
Yeah.
All right, I just want to work with a new quarter. All right, so
Don't let him
this
see
one,
it.
give me the quarter. All right, I'm going to take this quarter. I don't want any cheating to happen, so I'm going to put it behind my head, and then I'll figure it out. All right, so here we go. You know, this is a tough one. This is a state that I don't really know that well, but hold on, let me just feel the letters real quick. A-L, yeah, I think it's Alabama. I think it's Alabama.
Right, you think it's Alabama, huh?
I think it's Alabama.
Oh yeah, what year is it, sir?
1890? No, that's, I got the wrong number. I got the wrong date. E pluribus unum? No, hold on. All right, 2003. 2003.
Well,
I think that's, yeah.
Show us,
I think
sir.
that is what I got.
Huzzah!
Wow.
For you, the wizard!
Nice job.
Yeah, thank you.
Dude, very well done, dude. Mike TV, Get Set Go. You're the best, man. That was awesome. Now, do not make the mistake of confusing the fact that this is so simple with it not being impressive. Trust me, if you get people believing that you really are feeling it with your fingertips, they will be completely blown away. Speaking of which, why don't you give a huge thank you to Nate Standaforth. Head on over to twitter.com/Nate_Standaforth and tell him thank you for giving us such an amazing brain-exploding knowledge bomb. By the way, you and I should be friends at twitter.com/Schwood. There is no C in Schwood. And next week, you're not going to want to miss it. We are finally acquiesced to your demands, and we'll be releasing the entire Scam School library on VHS. Hello there. Welcome to Scam School on VHS.
I've heard that he is an evil human being with evil powers.
What a terrible thing to say.
I know. You look like a genuine sweetheart.
People are gonna watch this.
Oh yeah, and the Austin Bump.
I've heard it called the Texas Tap. I've heard it called the Austin Bump.
I heard it was because you need to let the king actually drink before you, and so to do that,
He's like a time killer.
What's funny is what I heard is like you needed to put the sediment down at the bottom by tapping that. Man, we need to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah. You know what? You're
This
totally
is some
right.
Columbo shit we gotta get going.
He spends every hour of his waking moment of his day just rubbing these quarters. Ladies.